Hello everyone, it's Jackson AV here. So today I'll be talking about all my model planes I have. So first off, I'm gonna be starting off with this Turkish Airlines Sun 37-800. So this isn't like the most detailed because if you look, you can see the registration number. See like a Turkish flag. You can see the little Star Alliance logo. And you can, but it isn't really detailed because you can't see like some like the I don't know what they're called honestly. Some like lights and stuff. Yeah, I don't really know what they're called. It's don't judge me about it. All right, I'm gonna get the second plane. All right, so my second plane is this very damaged DC-10. Yes, it's really damaged. So I got this. This is my first ever model plane I got. Basically, I was at my friend's house when I was little, and I said, "Oh yeah, there's a small plane." I didn't know any model plane types, but I did know like the shapes of them. So I was like, "Hey, dude, can I borrow this?" And he's like, "Sure." By borrow, I mean keep. But I guess I think it was like 6 years ago or 7. No, maybe even, it's probably 2015 or no, 26, probably 2017, probably most likely. And basically, I took it home, playing around with it. I brought it to my preschool, and I still have it ever since. He knows about it. He said he didn't want it. And as you can see, I kind of damaged it. You can see it's a Douglas DC-10. Some of the landing gears are damaged. See, and this is like, kind of shaking. Yeah, and there's so many scrapes. Let me get the next plane. Alright, or my third model plane. So this is a Turkish Airlines 777-300. This is a little bit more realistic. Just a tiny bit. You can still see the Star Alliance logo. The landing gears are, they're fine, but the landing gears aren't that realistic. So basically, if you see that this tail right here is kind of crooked, that's because when I got it, it broke it off by accident. This is also when I was little. I think this is like my second ever model plane. So basically, where I got it was, so my grandpa knows this person who organizes trips. I don't know what they're called, and he organized a trip to go to like Tirana. Like my flight reviews I made. So I was at his place. It's down in Quincy, and I saw two of these, and I was like, "Ooh, look at that! It's a plane, yeah." And so I was like, "Can I keep it?" And he's like, "Sure." So I go and keep it, and I still have it ever since. Let's move on to the second model plane. I mean, the fourth. Sorry. Our fourth model plane is this American Airlines MD-11. This, the paint's kind of coming off, because, like, it's kind of, like, just, like, rubbing it off, but, yeah. So, if you look at it from far, it kind of looks like a freighter, honestly, because you can't see the wing, the windows, oh my God, and it kind of looks like a DC-10, but with wingtips, because there's no middle landing gear. So I got this, when I got, yeah, I got this, like, for Christmas before 2024, and I really like it. There's nothing much to say about this plane. It just looks cool. Anyways, let's move on to the fifth model plane. Our fifth model plane is this Condor 757-300 in the green livery or something. I don't know what I forget what they're called. So how I got this was basically yeah, so when I was in France one time, this was like in 2023, around November 2023. I went to this Air and Space Museum. It's also a real airport. Yeah, I don't know how. Mainly for private jets. I saw FedEx 727 parked in the distance. So I got this in the gift shop, and I thought it was really, really cool. So we can look at the details. This is much more detailed. As you can see, like, the actual handle that opens the doors. See, like, these, I forget what, Rolls-Royce engines. I forget what they're called. Yeah. It's kind of sad that Condor is starting to retire these babies. Anyways, let's move on to the next plane. The sixth one. So, our sixth plane, we got an American Airlines 777-200 ER, I think. Yeah. So, this isn't really a model, it's more of a toy. But I thought it was pretty realistic, so I guess I'd give it to you. You know those toys that have those wheels like this? I think some of you may have heard of them. But I used to I loved these when I was like more younger. Mainly like when I was in 2nd or 3rd grade. I loved them. They were awesome. I think my dad bought this for me a couple years ago. It's really cool. Anyways, let's move on to the 7th plane. Our 7th plane is Delta Airlines 777-200 LR, I think. Yeah. So, wait. No, that's not an LR. Never mind. Sorry about that. So, basically, this plane is this is my first ever plane that has those wheel things. Yeah. But it's also my most damaged one. So as you can see, I damaged the front landing gear when I was way like more younger, probably like in 2020 or 2021. And I also damaged this thing, right, the wingtip. And if you ask me, it kind of looks like it's having a gear failure on the runway. And like when it looks weird. It kind of shakes, like, yeah. So basically, one time, this is a little bit sad for me. One time, I brought this to Punta Cana at a resort, and I lost it in a restaurant. And then, when I want to go grab it, I realized I lost it. I went to the restaurant, didn't find it, and guess what? You know what happened? I started crying because I really love this. I literally started crying. And at the end of the day, my dad found it the lost and found or something. So yeah. That's what it is. It's our 7th plane. 8th plane we have right here is a Delta 757. I think this is a... Can anyone tell me what this plane is? Because, like, I have no idea. I think it's a 757, but I don't see any... You know how, like, they have 2 overwing exits around here? Like, someone in the comments try to identify what it is. But the best I'm gonna do with the 757. So basically, the 777-200 I got, they came in a set. It's like this Delta Airlines play set. So I really liked them, and I kept them. I still have it, the playset. It's like, it's in my room, but I don't really want to grab it right now. So, I accidentally stopped the video. So basically, that's it for this plane. We're gonna be putting this back and move on to the ninth. Ninth plane is this Delta 767 300 ER. So, I think, but like, I don't even. What is this cockpit? I have never. Like, do you see this cockpit? It's like so weird. But this is in very good shape. Almost like. Is that the tail? It kind of has the tail of an A330. If you look at it. So, there's nothing real to say about this aircraft, or my dad just bought it for me when I was like more younger. Alright, let's move on to the 10th. 10th aircraft, this is Airbus A380 in the Airbus livery. So, I also got this when I was younger. Again, my dad bought it for me again. Yes, I know. I keep saying that. So, you know what I don't honestly like about these planes is that, like, they make them not to scale. Here, let me just show you real quick. Hang on. Let me just stop it. Here's the Delta 757 I was talking about. So, if you compare this, just look at it. Notice how big the emergency exit is to this compared to this. This one's more smaller. So these planes aren't actually to scale. I also have a Southwest 737. I'll show you later in the video. But this is what I just don't like about these planes. That's all. The 7th plane is this United Airlines 787-9. So basically, my dad also bought me for this. Yes, I know, again, I keep saying this. So, my dad bought 3 of them. The Delta 767 and the American Airlines 777 and this one. All at once. He just bought that for me. I was kind of happy. I brought this to the playground. And I was playing around with it. It was pretty cool. So now let's move on to 12th plane. Our 12th plane is the Southwest 737-800. Wait, is that the max or? Wait a second. See. Nah, you have to say 800, yeah. So this one is actually my only plane that is actually actually a small narrow body. Yes, it's my only plane. It's also pretty dusty. This one's pretty detailed. I forget who bought me for this. Oh, my dad. Again, yeah, I know. Okay. So now let's move on to the 13th plane. 13th plane is this more smaller Air Force One. You know that video I made of showing my Air Force One model? It's much more bigger than this. So, basically, this is very not that detailed because you can't even see the emergency exits. It just, I mean, there's no outline of them. They just look like windows. Also, thing that I hate, Air Force One models don't have wingtips. And this looks like a 400, not a like 200 or 300 like Air Force One has. And if you turn around, you see those 2 windows on the side. That's it for our 13th aircraft. Let's move on to 14th. Our 14th aircraft, this is NASA 747 shuttle carrier. So, when I was at the Kennedy Space Center, I bought this at the gift shop since I also like planes. You know that flight or the trip report that I made from Orlando to Boston? Yeah, that was like on like February break where I went to get this. But this is also a bit more realistic. The only thing I don't like is the wingtips. And also, the 100 doesn't have 4 windows on the top. But the engines are more realistic, but they also kind of goofy. Like what are those engines? Like, dude. So that's it for 14th. Let's move on to 15th. Alright, so my 15th aircraft. This is a 747 SP with a goddamn missing wing. Like, this thing is like really realistic, but the only thing I don't like is the missing wing. So here's how I got this, and my dad actually didn't buy this. So my friend, he told me that he was at like some yard sale, or no, not yard sale, but like they were throwing out stuff away, and he found this 747 SP with a bunch of other stuff. But I guess they lost the wing, but he gave it to me, and I was like, yeah, okay, thanks. And I still have this. I mean, yeah, obviously you can see, but I don't. What is this? There's an opening between the fuselage and the wing and the tail. That's what I don't like. And also, when I got it, they also didn't make the back wings. I forget what these are called, honestly. Don't judge me. So I forget. So they were also like the opposite way. So I fixed them. So basically, that's it for the 15th plane. And finally, our 16th aircraft. My 747-300 of Air Force One. At least this is what looks like it. This is like the most realistic model I have. And it's the most biggest. Like, this is my hand compared to it. So, if you look inside, look how realistic those windows are and the emergency exits. It's crazy. If you look, you see the landing gears are in good shape. I'm gonna just roll on across the camera. Okay, never mind. This is a kind of funny joke. Yeah. This aircraft is realistic, like I just said again. So anyways, wait, is that it? Is that all the aircrafts? Yeah, seems like it's it. It's all the aircrafts for today's video. Comment down if you have the same aircrafts as me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.